If you're looking for a centrally located neighborhood with easy walkable access to nature, trendy restaurants, bars, and tons of Victorian homes, then the north of the Panhandle, also known as Nopa, might be just right for you. I'm going to share with you why this location is such a popular choice for so many people, and also tell you about 2 drawbacks that you may want to watch out for. Also, if you're a condo buyer, this neighborhood is definitely one that should be on your list to check out, but more on that in a few minutes. Nopa is a dream for those who love to walk or bike. With a walking score of 96, it's incredibly pedestrian friendly, and the relatively flat streets make biking, even with young kids, both easy and fun. And when it comes to the residents here, you can expect a pretty unique blend of long-term residents with deep roots in the community, young professionals who just want to be walking distance to cool restaurants and bars, and families are also drawn to Nopa because of the proximity to parks and many outdoor activities. One of the biggest parks to live in here in Nopa is being right here on the Panhandle and going right into Golden Gate Park. People who live here have easy access to a wide variety of outdoor activities, from biking to running, weekend picnics, or going to museums. Despite being really close to major attractions and obviously some very busy streets, Nopa actually has maintained a pretty laid-back feel, and it's quieter than you might expect. People that live here just kind of want to walk their dogs, go grab some craft beer with friends, or go on a walk and listen to a podcast. They live here because they're attracted to nature, San Francisco charm, community feel. They much prefer a more neighborhood-centric experience than that hustle bustle of big city living. That said, the commercial hub on Divisadero is just a 5 to 10 minute walk away, offering lots of amazing dining and nightlife opportunities and indie shopping options as well. Nopa's central location also means you're never too far from other desirable neighborhoods. You can get to Haight-Ashbury on foot in 10 to 15 minutes, Lower Haight in 15 minutes, Cole Valley in about 20 minutes, and even a bit further out, neighborhoods like Inner Sunset are still somewhat walkable. Like I tell all of my clients, nothing is ever perfect, and there are a couple of downsides to living here, but we're going to get to those in a few minutes. As I mentioned, Nopa is just steps away from Golden Gate Park, Alamo Square, and Buena Vista Park. San Franciscans, as you can see from around me here, love to stay active. With easy access to Golden Gate Park, getting a workout in, or even just getting your nature fix is a breeze. You can enjoy everything from pickleball, tennis, basketball, long bowling, not to mention the miles of scenic walking and biking trails. Kezar Stadium is also nearby, offering another great spot for running or training. And for those seeking culture and other activities, Golden Gate Park is home to the Day Young Museum and California Academy of Sciences. They're constantly changing their exhibits, so there's always something new to experience every time you go. I would honestly recommend just getting a membership there. It's super economical, you get great perks, and it's good for people of all ages. You can also spend your afternoons wandering through the beautiful SF Botanical Gardens, the Rose Garden, or stop by the oldest public Japanese garden in all of the United States for tea in the beautiful pagoda. How freaking cool is that? Also, don't forget the Conservatory of Flowers, where San Francisco residents can visit for free to take in its impressive collection of tropical plants. Nopa's location near the park is particularly attractive for families, as it provides plenty of playgrounds, including one right here on the Panhandle. For nightlife and entertainment, the Independent is a local favorite. It's an intimate music venue with about a 500-person capacity, perfect for catching incredible live performances. It opened in 2004 and it has since hosted really big names like John Legend, Green Day, Vampire Weekend, and more. Alamo Square has a view of the most famous Victorians in San Francisco, the Painted Ladies, which are a row of gorgeous Victorians right across the street from the park. It's a popular tourist spot for sure, but locals actually love it too. There's a full tennis court, walking trails, a playground, and a dog park. It's also a great place to just hang out and take in the city views. And if you're more in the mood for some indoor fun, the Emporium offers a fun mix of arcade games and drinks, boasting the largest collection of arcade games in all of San Francisco. It's an awesome spot for a night out with friends and just an overall good hang. But remember, it's 21 and up only, so don't bring your kids. Nopa is home to a pretty notable mix of restaurants and indie shops. We're actually here on Divisadero Street, just a few minutes away from the Panhandle. And here you have even more options of restaurants, bars, and shops. Some neighborhood favorites include Nopalito, known for its authentic Mexican dishes. The mole and tamales there are a must try, and they also have a delicious pork dish. Quesico is a personal favorite of mine. I just had a wedding a couple of months ago and I hosted an intimate dinner there. It's awesome. Highly, highly recommend. Horse Feather is an excellent spot to grab some cocktails with friends or go on a date. It's a little bit of a moody vibe with a cool atrium in the front. The Mill is a beloved local cafe, perfect for a morning pick-me-up and freshly baked pastries and coffee. Nopa, the restaurant, is an iconic dinner spot specializing in wood-fired cuisine using fresh, local California ingredients. Definitely want to check out. When it comes to groceries, Nopa has plenty of options. We sure do love a good specialty grocery store here in the city. For specialty items, you've got Buy Right Market on Divisadero, which offers everything from local produce to artisan products, and Filetti Foods is a neighborhood staple for high-quality groceries. There's also the Nopa Corner Market, which is perfect for quick stops. And if you need a larger supermarket, Lucky's on Fulton is a great option, and just across the Panhandle, you'll find Whole Foods Market and Gus's Community Market. And for those who love Trader Joe's, there's also one a little bit further east on Fulton Street. Nopa also has a farmer's market right here on Divisadero, where you can pick up some fresh produce and mingle with your neighbors. It's a great way to build community while you support local farmers. Now, speaking of community, Nopa also hosts a fantastic block party every year in July, where they have activities like bouncy houses and chalk drawing and so much more. You're gonna love it. And if you love Halloween just like me, you're definitely not going to want to miss the Halloween block party on Grove and Lion Street, complete with costume challenges and parades and tons of trick-or-treating. Nopa has that classic San Francisco weather that you've probably heard all about, where it's foggier in the morning and the mist starts to roll in early in the day. But by midday, you can pretty much expect some sun to come through and really brighten up the day. If you were to ask me to rate it from 1 to 10, I would probably rate it a 7. If 10 is the consistently sunny Mission District, and then you have on the low end of the spectrum, the west side of the city where it gets really foggy, I feel pretty confident rating Nopa a 7. Now, like I said earlier, there may be a couple of reasons why Nopa may not be the right fit for you. Transportation and commuting in and out of the city can be pretty challenging if this is the location you're choosing. The main mode of getting around here is buses, walking, or biking. Because of Nopa's proximity to Market Street, getting to downtown is fairly easy. However, if you are commuting all the time to the South Bay or trying to get across the bridge to the East Bay, that can be more of a challenge. Oak Street and the off-ramp on can get pretty congested during high peak traffic hours. I've had people tell me they're waiting kind of stuck in traffic for like 20 minutes just getting from the off-ramp to their home here. For public transit, Nopa isn't the most well-connected either. It's about a 20-minute walk to the nearest beauty line, the end stop on Judah. Also, there's no BART station that's walking distance to here. That said, for bikers, Nopa has great access to the Wiggle, a popular route that safely connects Golden Gate Park to Market Street, making it really easy to ride downtown. And if you like taking the bus, the 5R is a rapid bus line that runs through Fulton and can get you across the city relatively quickly. Now, one last thing to consider is parking. Public parking can be pretty tricky here. If your home doesn't have a garage, then finding a spot could be pretty challenging. Okay, so what does it cost to live here? Nopa offers that classic San Francisco charm with its Victorian and Edwardian architecture. The Victorian homes are some of the oldest in the city because this area was largely untouched by the 1906 earthquakes and fires. The homes here mostly consist of condos, giving the neighborhood a slight more transient feel compared to nearby areas like Cole Valley or Alamo Square, where you'll find more single-family homes. A lot of my clients, especially those looking in this area, are really drawn to the timeless elegance of Victorian and Edwardian architecture. Homes that have been able to maintain the charming details of those homes while also adding in some modern conveniences like a washer dryer, windows that open and close, updated kitchens and bathrooms, especially those done tastefully, are really highly desirable. When it comes to pricing, Nopa is comparable to other centrally located neighborhoods in San Francisco. If you've been watching our videos, you've definitely heard us say this this before, but you do pay more for sun and walkability, typically 20% for each. We rate nopa really high for walkability, pretty moderate for sun, and low to moderate for public transit and commuting. If you're looking for a single family home in the neighborhood, they are few and far between. Let's start with condos, as that's the majority of the inventory here. There were 28 units that sold in the last 6 months, to give you an idea. There are many 2 to 4 unit Victorian and Edwardian flats in the area. Many of them have an extra ADU or in-law units built behind the garage. The average price for a condo here is around $1.44 million, with an average price per square foot of $10.34. And the average unit has about 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, and is a little over 1,400 square feet. A good example for the type of single-family home you can expect in the area is actually 627 Baker Street. We're walking by it right now, so you can take a look. It sold earlier this month for around $2.7 million. It has 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and it's a little over 2,600 square feet. It has a really bright main level with tons of natural light, has 2 bedrooms, 2 baths on one level, and an additional bedroom and bath on the lower level. It features a window bay, tons of extra flex rooms, a primary suite, a home office, and you also have access to a walkout deck and a cute little seating area. Given its location and proximity to everything that nopa has to offer, I'm not surprised that it sold in less than 11 days on the market. Baker Street is a pretty prime block here in nopa. On the other hand, there were only 5 single-family homes that sold here in the last 6 months. The average price for a single-family home is $2.5 million, but since the inventory is far less common, you can see a pretty big range in those prices. The average price per square foot is $1,100, and the average home here has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and it's over 2,400 square feet. A good example of a unit that you can expect to see here is 740 Masonic Avenue. It sold super quickly with only 5 days on the market. It has 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms. It's a little over 1,200 square feet, and it came with 1 parking space. The dues were in the $300 per month mark, which is honestly pretty average for a 2 to 4 unit building. It has nice period details throughout, and the building was built in 1913. It also has a pretty good layout, and the primary room walks right out to the shared backyard space. And if you love a neighborhoody feel, having access to nature and being close to a ton of restaurants and bars, and having a strong sense of community, then I think nopa could be the neighborhood for you. By the way, this is exactly what we do. My name is Valerie, and my team and I help people find their dream place to call home in San Francisco every single day. If you want to check out another video that we made on a neighborhood that has a little bit more of a suburban feel, check out our video on Coal Valley. If you'd like to connect with us, you can text us at this number or email us at hello@ruthkrishnan.com. We would love to connect with you.